there will always be rocks in the road ahead of us. They will be stumbling blocks or stepping stones, it all depends on how you use them. I was in darkness, but I took 3 steps and found myself in paradise. The first step was a good thought, the second, a good word, and the third, a good deed. Nobody is more inferior than those who insist on being equal. There are 2 different types of people in the world, those who want to know, and those who want to believe. Sometimes people don't want to hear the truth because they don't want their illusions destroyed. And those who were seen dancing were thought to be insane by those who could not hear the music. To live is to suffer, to survive is to find some meaning in the suffering. All things are subject to interpretation. Whichever interpretation prevails at a given time is a function of power and not truth. I'm not upset that you lied to me, I'm upset that from now on I can't believe you. You have your way. I have my way. As for the right way, the correct way, and the only way, it does not exist. Whoever fights monsters should see to it that in the process he does not become a monster. And if you gaze long enough into an abyss, the abyss will gaze back into you. No price is too high to pay for the privilege of owning yourself. The higher we soar, the smaller we appear to those who cannot fly. That which does not kill us makes us stronger. Do you want to have an easy life? Then always stay with the herd and lose yourself in the herd. Nobody can build the bridge for you to walk across the river of life, no one but you yourself alone. There are, to be sure, countless paths and bridges and demigods which would carry you across this river, but only at the cost of yourself. You would pawn yourself and lose. There is in the world only one way, on which nobody can go, except you. Where does it lead? Do not ask, go along with it. The tree that would grow to heaven must send its roots to hell. I know of no better life purpose than to perish in attempting the great and the impossible. In loneliness, the lonely one eats himself, in a crowd, the many eat him. Now choose. What is the difference between someone who is convinced and one who is deceived? None, if he is well deceived. Be careful who you choose as your enemy, because that's who you become most like. Man is the only animal that must be encouraged to live. Everything the state says is a lie, and everything it has stolen. Those who are devoid of purpose will make the void their purpose. Insanity in individuals is something rare, but in groups, parties, nations and epochs, it is the rule. One ought to hold on to one's heart, for if one lets it go, one soon loses control of the head too. The surest way to corrupt a youth is to instruct him to hold in higher esteem those who think alike than those who think differently. There is always some madness in love. But there is also always some reason in madness. The snake which cannot cast its skin has to die. As well the minds which are prevented from changing their opinions, they cease to be mind. It is not a lack of love, but a lack of friendship that makes unhappy marriages. There are no beautiful surfaces without a terrible depth. Blessed are the forgetful, for they get the better even of their blunders. The true man wants 2 things, danger and play. For that reason he wants woman, as the most dangerous plaything. Here the ways of men divide. If you wish to strive for peace of soul and happiness, then believe; if you wish to be a disciple of truth, then inquire. The lonely one offers his hand too quickly to whomever he encounters. We love life, not because we are used to living but because we are used to loving. In every real man a child is hidden that wants to play. The most common lie is that which one lies to himself; lying to others is relatively an exception. People are always angry at anyone who chooses very individual standards for his life, because of the extraordinary treatment which that man grants to himself. They feel degraded, like ordinary beings. A pair of powerful spectacles has sometimes sufficed to cure a person in love.